The Last Jedi. You know what the point of The Last Jedi was? Subversion. You think that Luke Skywalker is going to do something epic when he finally gets his lightsaber back? For 2 years, we've been waiting for this moment. But, we'll do a joke instead. We've waited 2 years to see what Finn would do. How is he going to deal with the lightsaber strike to his back? Here's him in a water suit falling off his bed, followed by a scene of him still in the water suit, walking around, spraying, leaking all over the place, asking about Rey. Guys, hello Kylo here. I'm completely different from HelloGreedo, alright? There's no way I'm emulating anything from that guy. And I need to talk a little bit about The Last Jedi. It was clear that the director wanted to change things, to switch things up, but unfortunately, the directions he takes weren't very good. And there's so much there, and I'm not going to keep you. But let's just get into this. The acting was, I say, very good. But the story just is not. When I'm sitting watching this unfold in the theater and I'm thinking, hold on, why isn't it Vice Admiral Holdo telling Poe Dameron that they're simply trying to get to a long forgotten rebel base and that there's no need for him to worry about the fuel? Because he comes in yelling, what's the plan? She doesn't tell him. Why? I'll tell you why. It's so that we think Poe is doing something good, when it turns out, no, he's being a hothead, and had he just been a little bit patient, everything would have turned out just fine. Subversion. Oh, Snoke. Finally, we're going to get someone who's like Palpatine, but he's going to be different. He's surrounded by mystery. And who knows what his motivation or backstory is. Yeah, right. Let's just Darth Maul him, cut him in half, and get rid of him. There's no need. There's Rey and her parents, which The Force Awakens made a point of putting in our heads because in her Force vision, we see her yelling at a ship that's taking off into the distance, abandoning this little girl. Forget that. Instead, we find out that her parents were just junk traders and were just selling her for drinking money. Why is Rey so strong in the Force? Is it because she has a special lineage? No, we just told you that. No, it's because you see, when the dark side of the Force rises and someone's very strong, now all of a sudden someone on the light side just is there too. That's it. That's the only explanation we get. That's why Rey is so special. That's why Rey, despite the fact that she got no combat training with Luke, can now use a lightsaber on such an expert level she can take out trained guards. No! We know in The Force Awakens that she can scrap a little bit, but she was never trained. She never had a high proficiently combat level. Rey is a Mary Sue. A lot of people are holding out. They're saying, hold on, there's going to be an explanation. We will know. There's no such thing. You're looking forward to see more of Kylo's beautiful mask? Well, forget it. Snoke is going to browbeat him a little bit, saying, take that ridiculous thing off, you're no Vader. And Kylo's just going to take this mask off and smash it away, and we're not going to see it again. Finn and Rose's storyline. Pointless. Worse, it gets people killed. When the codebreaker they hired turns out that he betrays them, and they get to shoot a whole bunch of rebels out of the air. And why? Okay. Rose's character. Alright? Rose's character. falls in love with Finn after less than 24 hours of meeting him. She gives him a full-on kiss less than a day after meeting him. And remember, when it started out, she was kind of impressed he was a hero, but then she found out he was trying to go through an escape pod and zapped him with hilarious effect, because that's how we want our heroes to be treated. We want to see them flying off into a wall all the time. So they go to this casino planet that looks way too much like Earth, with our casino tables, our dice, just everything, almost down to our clothes. They have this big roundabout, free the animals that nobody cares for. That wasn't exciting. And then eventually it just all leads to nothing. Because they try to break into the ship, get captured, get more people killed. They end up at the planet. And though this was rich, when, I know I'm a little all over the place, but you've seen the film, so you can follow along pretty easily. When Rose declares that she loves Finn by saying, "That's how we'll beat them, not fighting what we hate, but saving what we love," and surprise kisses him, in the background, the door to the rebel base is getting blown up. As far as those two know, all their friends are dying. So inappropriate and extremely, extremely cheesy. Tell me this, how come Finn and Rey can't be a couple? Huh? Why is Rey and Poe trying to be a thing? Why are they pushing this Finn and Rose? We don't like her. We don't care for her. There's no history between those two characters. There's history between Finn and Rey. What is this? Why is this? Why is this happening? It's just so much, and the details. There are so many little details that just don't make sense. Like when Luke force projects. No, we'll get to Luke in a second. When Luke force projects himself, shows up in front of Kylo Ren and whips out a lightsaber, he's holding his blue one. When Luke knows for a fact that Rey had taken that lightsaber and took off with it in the Millennium Falcon. So why is he holding the blue one? It was like a pretty big risk if Kylo noticed, don't you think? Be like, hey, hold on. Why do you have Rey's lightsaber? That doesn't make any sense. Luke goes, crap. There you go, it's green now. And Luke Skywalker, the hero that so many people have loved and cherished. Instead of respecting that and taking it in a maybe interesting yet respectful direction, they decide, you know what, we'll just do the cliched, never meet your heroes, make him slightly embittered, only give you the real Luke Skywalker right at the end when he does something heroic, but psych, he's not even there. And that would have been fine if they didn't decide to suddenly kill him off. Luke, but they were playing hard that he was going to die. Meets Leia, says he's sorry, winks at C-3PO, steps out in front of the entire First Order army with nothing but his laser sword. And we've been waiting for this for years. And we get this battle. Kylo shows up after trying to blast Luke to oblivion. That doesn't work. So he comes down himself, whips out his lightsaber. They get into a fight. Luke pulls out his lightsaber, and Luke starts dodging. I was like, okay. Or we get to saber on saber action. And then Luke stops. Kylo goes in for the kill, and it goes right through, and Luke doesn't die. Then you find out that Luke is not actually there. He's force projected himself. My audience, and I'm not joking here, applauded in relief. We were so happy. Luke is not going to die today. See you around, kid. Yes! A few seconds later, dies of exhaustion. What? Why? If you're going to do that, why didn't you have him just show up and die in person? The effect would have been the same. You mean Luke's going to go out without us ever seeing some kind of epic Force display besides Force smoke and mirrors? That he's going to go out without us seeing a modern take on his lightsaber fighting? Come on! And the humor was terrible. I don't want to see Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master, milking an alien's boob. No. No. I blame you, Rian Johnson. You had a vision. It did not work. And the people are telling me. This has gone on for long enough. Believe it or not, I don't have HelloGreedo's budget, so I'm just burning alive in here. I don't think the respirator is working. Any case, the acting was good. The music was good. The special effects were good. I was entertained, but I was bothered. And in the end, I walked away disappointed from this film. This was not a good movie. And I think that the box office will show that this movie is going to underperform because, and I'm going to be honest here, it's not a good story. And Star Wars has always been about epic adventure story, not trying to change things. Because the changes that this movie tried to make, are not the interesting changes. Kylo and General Hux are not interesting leaders for the First Order. They're too immature. If Vader killed Palpatine and became the next Emperor, that would be interesting because we know Vader has the qualities to do so. Not Kylo. As much as I do like the actor, and as much as I liked where Kylo's story was going, just suddenly, bam! There it is. Anyway, that's all I have for now. I could talk about it some more, but I'll leave it there. Hey, if you guys want more, let me know in the comments. Don't bother subscribing. Because, I'm never going to get those many people. But if you want to, go ahead. Alright. This is Hello Kylo. Still not ripping off HelloGreedo. Out.